Bruh. Bruh. Hey, Chitters. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're having a good one. Maybe a little bit better than the S&P 500 fared, where it started out great with the gap up and the gap filled, and then it fell lower than the gap from Friday. Bitcoin, though, we're talking about Bitcoin crypto, and nothing burger. Nothing happened. It's literally been flat since the weekend, since yesterday. Well, really, since was it yesterday or technically maybe Saturday evening or something? But maybe it's flagging. We're looking at the 60-minute here. Beautiful butterfly that didn't see it. Even though if I did see it, it would have just made that trade setup even more valid of an argument. And that's all TA is about, is presenting an argument with charts, with indicators. And the more indicators you have, the stronger your argument is. Okay, so maybe, the flag, I even adjusted moments ago. You had this wick, right, to where it was like this on the 60-minute, just one and then two from last night or whatever. And then you had the fake out, you sold off just making a higher low. Nice bullish Marbazoo, 60-minute, whatever. Still, education can be had even on the scrubbiest of time scales. So the Marbazoo and then just making higher lows. And if you have it anchored this way and you don't adjust, you have broken out. You've broken out of the bull flag. Now again, if you're conservative, you just anchor right there, you still have broken out. So it's almost an undeniable breakout on an insignificant time scale right now on Bitcoin. And currently it's only broken out and is now back testing on this last 60-minute candle of the day. Back testing what was once resistance as potential support, which is extremely healthy price action. That's what you're always looking for, right? That confirmation. But you haven't gone any higher than your close, 13 minutes ago or so. So if you break it, you're thinking eventually 19,476 would get hit. 19,300 just got hit for the first time since we topped out last night or yesterday or whatever it was, whenever it was. Okay, so, okay, nice. Thank you for some convenient price action at my regularly scheduled stream time. But my God, man. Nflx, PayPal, Nvda. Boom. I needed those to do well. They just happen to be the top three on the S&P today, and we'll eventually look at those. But just watching Bitcoin on a not very significant time scale that was showing, right? If you're a patron, you know this. It was showing some pretty undeniable. I don't think it was possible to not do it, but hidden bullish divergence on the 60-minute, no matter where you consider the previous swing low, which really was, down here December 11th. So a low, and then you have a substantially higher low with much higher levels of negative Momo, and that's hidden bullish divergence. That's impending price action, continuation of the upside on the 60-minute. Sometimes the TA is respected there. If we look left at support resistance, there's not too much besides, I would see maybe right here, 19,331. You break that, you'll probably run on up to 19,400. These are just your highs back from November 24th and 25th that are very important now, because you understand, watching the stream, being a patron or whatever, between 17,730 and 19,891, there's just not much resistance support from history. So all you can do is rely on the local, more like newly manufactured peaks, newly manufactured potential support resistance areas. So they're there, and you think it would make sense to at least test 19,476. Whether we test it and fail and dump to zero, right? Or break it, you think that 19,476 would be tested. That's visible very, very much so on the 4 hour as well. Okay. But nice to see a little bit of price action. Okay. Most altcoins didn't do much today. A handful of them, and I think some of them are faring better than they were a little while ago. Where you've got ICX up 6%. You've got Engine Coin up almost 6%. Ugh. Cardano's up 2.28%, on the verge of a breakout, I believe. Cardano, we'll look at it. BNB respecting the TA very well. Big time respecting the TA. And even if you look at this on the 4 hour, right? Normally, hey man, it doesn't look very good on the 4 hour, but it looks good on the 6 minute. It actually looks pretty decent, high and tight on the 4 hour, but nothing's certain, right? But it all started with the edge. And here you go, right? The hidden bearish divergence, man. What do the hidden bearish divergence do? It's developing, but you're not going down any. So maybe that's yet to be seen. Maybe that hasn't played out yet. But we're in bullish conditions. You would think long-term bullish conditions. Consecutive higher lows. 2 of the 4 targets hit on the trade setup. So we're still waiting to get paid a couple more times. But if we get paid a couple more times, the Hey song will be getting played. We'll be at all-time highs, for real. Good to see y'all. It's you know, not much price action today so far. So thanks for the 700 people tuned in so early in the stream. Or, I mean, if we want to, we can look at, I mean, what's the daily looking like right now? Just a continuation off the bullish engulfing candle we got a couple days ago. So if we're talking about the daily here, I mean, where are you? I mean, where traders set it up on the daily, you'd think 19,453 lines up with a 4-hour. I mean, you think that's where you're headed on Bitcoin to test, and if you test it and fail, so be it. But that makes the most sense, right? You know, logically speaking, if an asset's always bouncing between its support resistances, that's probably where it's headed. It may not go any higher, but I'm not saying expect it, because we don't expect anything, but it would make sense to go and test that if you're going to fail it or break. Okay, so the daily still looks immaculate. I mean, it only will get better with price action like this. On the histogram and the RSI, where you are showing some very strong arguments for hidden bullish divergence, which is impending price action continuation to the upside. Remember, if the TA is respected, that's next. Well, that was days ago, right? I mean, or yesterday was the same thing, but now it just keeps getting stronger and stronger of an argument. All right, it's almost in some pseudo way a little bit like ascending triangle behavior. Sell wall right up here where we're getting at, and you have accumulation, you have higher lows. The engulfing candle was very, very powerful. And now we're at the highest high of this 4-hour candle right now in Bitcoin. 42 minutes to go to the close, daily close. Very strong hanging man. Oh wait, the hanging man was invalid. Yeah, the weekly hanging man. I mean, I'll take a weekly hanging man all day over a massive bearish engulfing candle that was a possibility before, you know, the bids came in this weekend. And so now on the weekly, with 6 days and 1 hour to go, you're beginning to cover the previous candle. You know, you just need a little bit higher price. And what did we close at? Technically yesterday. Closed at 19,000. What? That's not right. 19,432. Right? No, I'm crazy here. It's the open. 19,375 were, and really that was the week before. So you understand what's going on, right? I mean, you just went through a week of consolidation, indecision, and now like you are just dollars away from, like on the weekly, the highest level where traders settled up in the history of Bitcoin. That's how close you are. So, I mean, I get it, right? I mean, we're so high right now. Bitcoin's just ridiculous. It's at 80 something on the RSI, but you can't omit the fact where the price is and what it's doing, and it's really impressive. I mean, it's super strong when you're showing signs of maybe it's overextended, for moving average isn't too hot on the RSI. It's being really strong right now. And the daily now, you know, again, the daily, this is such a blessing right here. Giving a signal that the continuation is impending. The continuation of price action to the upside is impending. Wow. I mean, it doesn't get much better than your 4-hour showing an edge and your daily potentially showing an edge. And then the 4-hour TA is respected in the uptrend. The bullish signals were respected very well in the uptrend, outperforming. And it ushers in daily divergence. We've seen it before. We can't even act like it's the first time it's ever happened. But again, a lot of time left. you just never know, man, right? I mean, what's going on? You know, we looked at it before. This could morph into something else, right? This right here, it's not many candles. It looks like a high and tight flag. It looks like you're breaking out. It looks like you're attempting a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle.
Could you give your thoughts on $P.F.T? Looks to be putting in some good divergences, but had 4 days in a row correction. Curious about 4 hours and daily.
Visor, yeah, we can look at it. It was killing it. It was killing it, but today was terrible. It was the second bottom loser on the S&P 500. But healthcare collectively, slumped, as well as energy and financials. Those were the worst losers, I believe, on the day in terms of sectors. So yeah, we can look at that while we watch Bitcoin possibly break out of some very, very small pattern. But see, look, it's just bots controlled up and down. But I feel confident that maybe Bitcoin would test 19,476 before it does anything else, right? I mean, eventually it could dump, whatever, correct, okay. Eventually, that's got to be tested to confirm its validity as resistance before it pumps higher, or dumps. So, yeah, we'll look at it. Let's just keep our eye on these other S coins before we look at Visor. Ethereum was just showing that falling wedge pattern, showed Class B bullish divergence when Bitcoin was showing Class A bullish divergence at a critical support. And then it broke out. It broke out yesterday and has been going from this highest point to lowest point. It has 61.8% retrace. It's trying to rally, and it's doing the same stuff kind of as Bitcoin, almost identically. I mean, I think Bitcoin, even on the 4 hours potential flag, looks better than what's going on. You can't even tell. It's just kind of indiscernible what Ethereum's doing right now on the 4 hour, right? So, 100% measured move of the falling wedge. If Bitcoin respects the TA on the daily, then Ethereum will eventually see $640 again. Big ifs. Okay. Litecoin real quick. That is at a very interesting area where we know horizontally it's a big deal. $79, $80. Anything above that, you're in really good shape. Remember, anything below it, got to be kind of bearish, because between $64 and $80 is very little to no support. But it showed that triple MACD bullish divergence when Bitcoin was looking exhausted. Sellers were looking exhausted on Bitcoin too, and so it just rising tide lifts all ships. Bitcoin rallied, so Litecoin rallied too, and is just at this very major area again. That's it, the major area. I'm telling you, dude, this is it. Anything below it, you could find yourself at $64. So stay with this long enough, it could be a flag, right? What if Bitcoin catches bids? Well, Litecoin's going to break out. If Bitcoin catches bids and really starts going to test 19,891, Litecoin's going to break back above $85. If it does that, then I think there's a real good chance Litecoin will be seeing $90 again. Yep. And it all, right? The argument was it a BAT or was it a Gartley harmonic? And you had to use critical thinking here. And you look at the seller exhaustion. That could have been it. Yeah, that was it. So, okay, let's look at everyone's best friend XRP. You're still at this area where, of course, it could reverse, but where are the buyers? The buyers are just not here. So the mystery is still out on XRP. It is below the 51 cent critical ice line right now, below it, but it's above the 200 moving average. It's really just tested the 200 moving average for the first time since November 9th. Last time we broke above the 200 moving average, we kind of double bottomed off of it before going nuclear, right? So we know it's just like the flare snapshot has made XRP decouple from the collective crypto market, but still interesting chart, right? Still interesting. If you get back above 51 cents, I'll feel better about it. But until then, okay, you're below the danger zone. And you had the bullish divergence. And where are the bids? It's almost like you could start arguing now That is just showing another level of bullish divergence where you're making like the same low and much higher levels relative strength. So one could trade it or not. I would think the stop should be below that lowest point where traders settled up November 26, 47.981 cents to give you a little wiggle room. And then the target, I mean, for real, the target eventually on XRP will be 62.5 cents. And this is only going to happen if Bitcoin keeps going to higher prices. And the problem is, like, you'd say, hey, everything's affected by Bitcoin, but XRP is different because it's like, if Bitcoin goes up, it's kind of proven now that maybe XRP doesn't go up, right? Because Bitcoin had an immaculate run where we had an amazing trade setup that played out in 48 hours, at least half the targets, and XRP dumped. You know, it's like, what? So it's not over for XRP, but you are running out of time. Market participants soon will make a decision on this, whether it's going to play out and hit the targets or it's going to actually dump and see like 35 cents, because that's probably where you're headed. You got sirens going off, man. They're headed my way, man, for analyzing the XRP and being a little critical. We'll see, Sergio, if it continues on its path, but since the buying climax, November 24th, its path hasn't been very good. It's just been XABCD. You're at D, but you're not catching bids. Okay, so on an alert, if I hear a beep, dang man, we're breaking back above the critical area that you need to be above. But the longer you stay above 51 cents, the higher the probability becomes you see 62 cents. The longer you stay below 51 cents, the higher the probability becomes that you eventually see 34 cents. It's pretty simple, right? When I put it that way. It's not about, oh, my prediction, man. It's not ever about predictions. It's just about arguments, okay? It's all about critical ice lines, what happens to the price below or above those ice lines. Okay. So we looked at the big-ish four, I guess you could say. We can look at Pfizer now. Middle request. Yeah, tons of my work didn't say it. Oh, my power went out like multiple times. There was so much. It was like 80-mile-an-hour gusts of wind last night. That storm.
Can you please look at Z-Trash, I mean sex flashes on weekly and monthly time frame? Smiley face.
Crypto Street, I don't know why you would be calling it Z-Trash when you've looked at the weekly and monthly. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't look like trash. Zcash looks extremely promising. That's why there's an active position trade going on Zcash for patrons that's been active for like a month now. And it's ongoing. It will take time. Of course, it's dependent on Bitcoin, but if you look at the technicals, man, Zcash looks great. Dash is okay too. I think Zcash is one of the best though. But Monero is obviously amazing too. So Pfizer had an inverse head and shoulders kind of play out. It had a bearish engulfing candle today. It looks like you might be headed to back. Oh, sorry. So here's your Pfizer. All right, had all-time highs back here in 1999, 2000. And yeah, you've had a really nice run, but then you began a correction in July. And so yes, just like multiple assets in the healthcare sector, all look similar to this. Let me surprised, right? Obviously, right? Inverse head and shoulder stuff. Neckline 3680. What was the neckline? I mean, this high from February 2018. This high from 2003. Once you broke it, I mean, you had some prices. It's just kind of crazy. You can't freak out. I mean, this is like why swing trading's so good, because look at the emotionalism. I mean, you gap up like $40 and then you sell off and you go to 35.27 and you close the day at 36.46 and you're just like, oh my god, we were gonna do it, and then it's all over now. And this is the weekly. I mean, so you know, conviction is required on swing trades, assuming that it never hits below the stop loss. You gotta roll with it. So like eventually you think that 3680 could be back tested as support when it was once resistance. 100% measured movement in this situation. I mean, conservatively speaking. The target's 47.32. I mean, literally to the cent of the highest level ever from 1999. Okay, so that's the measured move.
Would you mind pulling up the SLPBTC sleep for Bitcoin Tradas daily chart? I think I see Class A bearish divergence forming low.
I don't understand what that means. Isn't $10 minimum for like super trash, right? Ether, am I wrong here? Just tell me if I'm wrong. Can't remember if that's the rule or not. Thank you. So it's pretty simple if you look at it this way. On the weekly, it's very simple. It's too simple. But it's just it's the first day of the new week, so maybe you rally and eventually run. Have a nice run to 44.05. I think that's where you're headed. You know, the test of November 2018. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm getting trolled. Look good on daily, I'm sure. Yeah, it looks phenomenal on daily. Yeah, it's a sector-wide sell-off today. Gap fills. I mean, look, there's a gap down here at 37.19. You run down, you fill that gap, and you back test the old horizontal line of resistance as support to confirm the validity, because it has not done that. It did not do that. You have to understand that. So don't be surprised. And that could be, if it holds, that could be a good re-entry for a long 36.80. And then eventually $47, but patience required. All right. Oh, sleep to BTC. Talking about you was joking. Oh, sleep for dude. It's been nice to bearish divergence on our sleeping. It's possible. Ether. Sorry, that kind of went by my. When I'm streaming in the zone, sometimes levels of sarcasm don't translate in my brain while the TTS is saying it, so I'm just like, please forgive me. I am simple human. Whew. So Zcash. Another web by Crypto Street. Yeah, it had little tailwinds, a little setback here. That's understandable with what happened with Bitcoin. What are you specifically asking about that weekly, huh? Yeah, that weekly. Yeah, a couple ways. I mean, you could omit the downsloping resistance or not. I mean, the very important area around $76 that's what I'm saying. Like, we were above it for so many days, and then the weekly it closed, and it's like fail, but you're okay. The hidden bullish divergence, you got to positive, and then Bitcoin sold off, and now it's like negative Momo again. So I mean, anything above like $50 on Zcash, and you keep making higher lows, that's good, and you could see $109 eventually. But yeah, it's like one low, the lowest low, then a higher low. I mean, it's like obvious momentum shifting stuff going on after a 100% retrace from February 2017 from the boom and bust. So yeah, I mean, I think this looks promising for the future on the weekly chart. It to me looks still fine. And if I was position trading this, I would feel no problems with it, holding it and letting it play out. It just would require a lot of patience, and I don't know if some people have that. So think if it ever breaks $76 for real, depending on Bitcoin, right? If it ever breaks $76, it's gonna go to 109, which it almost did, man. I think we were like $1, like $1 or $2 off the first target of the trade setup there before Thanksgiving happened. So monthly, he wants to see too. It's fine. Looks even better, I think. Yeah, the monthly is just as good, if not better. You know, November we had a bullish engulfing candle, and this month we're just consolidating. No problem, man. Hopefully, 17 days left. We could, if Bitcoin catches bids, get maybe a monthly close above $74. We talked about, I guess on the monthly 103 would be the resistance. That's where that went in August. So yeah, I mean, this looks good. This looks fine. Has lots of upside potential. Lots of upside potential. It just hasn't really taken off yet, and that's okay. It's like a scrubby version of Ethereum, kind of. It's showing like one bottom, two bottoms on the monthly neckline up here, and it's just not caught enough yet. I think if the crypto bull trend continues, which really, I'm just being candid, Bitcoin needs to break all-time highs if you want this bull trend to continue. It hasn't done it yet. So if it does, I think there's a lot in store for these altcoins, where money, will be flooding into this market all over the place. Everything will benefit from it most likely if more institutions keep coming in. So if you're just talking about common retrace stuff, it's almost like, it almost seems irresponsible to Fibonacci from this wick high where we at almost $800. Almost $800, man, on this crap. And you understand, like, $202 is a 23% retrace. You don't even know if we have valid anchor points, if you anchor that way. We don't know if we have a real bottom in. You'd think we do kind of have a bottom. I mean, you've confirmed now twice that the bottom's in. And now you're climbing incrementally higher. Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't break all-time highs. I think there is zero upside for altcoins to hit their all-time highs. There's no chance. I think there's no chance altcoins see even a 23, like Zcash. I don't even think it sees a 23% retrace from its all-time highs if Bitcoin doesn't break all-time highs. No, like this altcoin party only continues if Bitcoin continues. In case you haven't been noticing the past few years how this all works. Imagine thinking this macro can continue for these altcoins when Bitcoin starts correcting for 6 months. It's not happening, dude. They're going to get beaten down even worse, probably. Good news, like, institutions just keep coming into the market. I mean, they keep, not say upgrade, but they keep speaking well of it, and they're like, I don't know. They are publicly announcing the fact that Bitcoin is legitimate. It's not a joke. So the more that happens, the better. But in the end, what has to happen, right? Buyers have to come in. Buyers came in this weekend. And we kind of just been high and tight bull flagging today and yesterday, but where's the big move up, right? $144 move. That happens in seconds. Like, $150 move down, up. That's what's been happening the past 2 days, kind of. Like, where we're at 19,400, and then we're at 19,100, and then we're at 19,300, and then we're at 18,968, and then we're at 19,300, and then we're at 19K. You understand? That's literally, I'm looking at it, and I'm telling you that's what's been happening. That's, so us being up $143 today is like nothing, dude. It's nothing burger. You will see once the big buys come in. We'll be seeing $500 moves up, right, or down. Look at Monero on the weekly. So amazing, dude. All right, so this is something I plotted many months, like 6 months ago. You understand? 6 months ago. Just like Ethereum, where you got a double bottom, confirmed double bottom. 100% measure move on Monero is $205, excuse me. There's no resistance looking left. You know what you got? You got this one resistance left on the monthly for Monero at 155. You break that, see ya. I mean, I think you're going to $200. If you break 154, you're going to $200, and it could be something that would be in the news or something, or like, somewhat maybe. The crypto news world, like Cointelegraph. I'm not saying it, CNBC or anything. No, I'm not cold. I have a hoodie on, so I'm certainly dressed appropriately for all the snow. But there's a lot of accumulation going on in my room, and I'll definitely have to get a snowmobile soon if it keeps up. Okay, $200, man. In time, if one's patient on Monero, it could take a couple months, could take a few months. Really depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin continues the uptrend, it's going to get there sooner rather than later. I think you got a decent amount of support below you now. If things don't go that great, it looks a lot better than most other altcoins. So you got Ethereum and XMR. They're brothers, man, right? Here's this one. And then we go back to Ethereum on the monthly.
How is Sushi Coin looking?
What's up, Bobby Wasabi? I don't know, dude. Sushi, I hear, it's only fresh for the same day it's created. So if sushi's been around more than a day, then I should tell you all you need to know. I don't know, man. I don't look at garbage very often. This is the gas station. It's doing okay, I guess. It broke that only high from September 20th. Like, it broke it and then back tested it, and it's now climbing. And it is. Sushi is certainly right now at its highest point since September. And it's climbing today. And there's not very, I think really, it could reverse anywhere, okay? But I'm just telling you, it is showing some really, potentially some really gnarly looking bearish divergence. It could end up being triple, I think it will end up being triple MACD bearish divergence, possibly triple RSI bearish divergence, but it might be a much higher price. It might be up at 285 before this actually starts developing again. So 3 white soldiers stuff going on, very real on the daily. 1, 2, 3 soldiers after selling off, so it could be a reversal. There was on the daily for sushi, at least briefly. There was hidden bullish divergence, at least on the MACD. It's there, undeniable, right there. Right, a low, a higher low. Higher low was negative Momo. So it's TA is being respected right now on sushi, and you think that it's gonna be either 287 or 316 where it starts seeing real. There's no resistance beyond that, right? That's kind of where you think it's going, to test and fail or to test and break. Probably has something to do with Bitcoin price action. And you see like how on Bitcoin you're at 19,250 and dumping, lower. Like, you're just stuck between right now 18,950 and 19,423. You're literally going sideways, just continuing to consolidate. So anyway, I was just talking about Monero, and then we looked at Ethereum, and it's like Ethereum's played out far greater, I think, than Monero. And just look how close we were. Ethereum was like $20 away, less than $20 away from the 100% measured move. That this pattern was identified 6 months ago. The measured move was plotted 6 months ago, and when we do look at Ethereum on the monthly, it's the same thing, right? And then you got, of course, the golden zone there too. I think I accidentally deleted it on another time scale, but it's between a 38% retrace, which you tested, and a 61.8% retrace. That's your common retrace levels from your all-time high, 600 to 919.80 or 920, whatever. So yeah, there's some that look better than others on the monthly in the S-Coin market. Stagnant Monday for Bitcoin. Stagnant day for Bitcoin, but let's go to that total market cap. Total market cap's crazy, right? Remember last month it closed at its highest level of all time, higher than the height of the ICO boom in December 2017. Sure, you got higher on Wix, and yeah, you're at a 78% retrace now. Oof. Not yet. You haven't even hit 618 billion yet. So interesting. But look at the volume this month. Wow, on the monthly. But remember what's going on total on the daily. That really nice hidden bullish divergence, just like Bitcoin's showing. So remember, if TA is respected, as we just talked about just yesterday, that is in store for totals. If TA is respected, right? TA is disrespected, then that doesn't happen. That's okay, man. Like, we know TA just gives us an edge. It gives us a higher probability than a coin flip that it would happen. So, but it's got to play out, right? This has to play out. You have to continue catching bids. So you eventually do have to break 569 billion and get a candle close above it, and then you could be off, right? But it's all on Bitcoin. see what plays out, man. Totals. Will the hidden bullish divergence play out? That should be like a poll. I don't know. Should we do another straw poll? We already got some, so I guess it'd be okay to do another. The M2 pulled back, didn't it, today? So I'm saying, like, will hidden bullish divergence play out on the daily for Bitcoin? Oops. Pretty simple poll. My God. You'll know. You'll know if it plays out. I'm telling you. You will know. The daily hidden divergence is so apparent on such a significant time scale that this, if the TA is respected, we will see all-time highs. Yes, if the TA is respected. That's how significant this is, okay? So that's all you need to know, right? That's what yes is. Will the hidden bullish divergence play out on the daily? Yes, because we're going to all-time highs. If no, then that's fine too. Like, it can be disrespected. It happens. Nothing is certain on the charts. So what y'all got so far? 43 votes. I remember my first vote ever. Remember? We already did that. Will Bitcoin break to new all-time highs before Christmas? We did that, and it technically did. And as soon as it did, it had a 10% swing in price to the downside. We never saw it again. So, I mean, it kind of played out for the yeses, I guess, in the most technical way. But did they really win? Not really, dude. You know, pathetic price action. Nope. If you don't know, then don't vote. But if you want to, you know, play the game, it's fun. I mean, my God, man. Can't even get 100 votes anymore. The hype's dead, man. We're at 19,270. Hype's already dead, man. Thanks to the 1,100 people tuned in. Thanks to the 300 likes. And I think we hit 38,300 subs, finally. Barely. FOMO. There's no FOMO in crypto right now. On Bitcoin, the hype is all died. It's all dead. All dead, man. I mean, after this dump, and then after the past two dumps, man, like the crazy euphoric. I mean, it wasn't even euphoric then, but like sentiment just kind of fizzled out. So, but I think people are just. So many people are calling for lower prices, much lower price. That's like, I agree. If Bitcoin broke 17,730, it didn't though. All it did was show exhaustion on the 4 hour and then engulf and stayed above the PayPal demand line. That's what I dubbed this, the PayPal demand line, because that date, October 19th, that's been respected so well, including just recently, is when PayPal announced mass adoption, which really accelerated the steepness of the uptrend we were in, where it was like, it started like this October 8th, you had it like that, okay, all right, it was like it was indecision, higher lows, lower highs, and then square $50 million buy on Bitcoin, and then all right, it was going this way. If you extend this out, that's the leg it was at, and then it accelerated, the demand accelerated because of PayPal. So that's what's the PayPal demand line. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the top gainer on the stock market today, Nflx, real quick. We have to. Why? Because this is a trade setup. This is definitely a trade setup for patrons. You know it. it's ongoing. It's an active trade and nearing another gap fill at around 525. And you're in the dead middle of the trading range. Very nice to see. It took a lot of patience here. In the end, hidden bullish divergence. Very nice move up, almost 4% up on the day. Again, the best performing asset of the entire S&P 500. Proud of it, man. You still got a long way to go though, right? We got to eventually see, 550, 556, 568 up there. But this is what dreams are made of for the swing trader. Yes, dreams are made of this. You have low risk, high risk, very well developed, established ice line. What do you do at that level? There's buy orders there. The buys came in sideways, and now the patient man's winning. What's up, Anon? Thanks for supporting the stream with the purchase of the stickers. Hope you enjoy them, man. Take some pictures with whatever you stick it on, alright? Thanks so much. So, down at levels like this, you look one bottom and then a second bottom. You always love those, man. Right? You hit a bottom, you ran up, and then you dumped again. And it's almost like shortening of the thrust. Look how low, or, look how they were almost the same low, but just a little bit lower to test the bottom. And then you had that seller exhaustion down there. So, good stuff. Let's keep it up. Okay. Nflx, then Pypl. Been great, man. It's been killing it. Holding this one. It broke all-time highs, back tested it, showed hidden bullish divergence, and now it's going.
I love your TA on APXT. Apex Technology Acquisition. Thanks.
What's up, Dev? Thanks for the 5. Yeah, we'll look at Apex. So yeah, it had a really nice day. Up 3.14. Let's get some pie in here. Pie's in the chat. And it's just hitting the supply line the way the channel, like 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, almost 4, and then 1 on the top, and you're just right at it. So good always to come back to fill the gap at around 214 and maybe back test previous all-time highs from September 2nd, but it seems like you already kind of did that. No telling, man. But targets 226, 232, 240. Again, all-time highs. Love it. You just gotta love those days. I mean, man, that's really disappointing. With Nvda right here, checking it out. It's long and strong. It technically closed above that high from September 14th. That's what I've really been paying attention to. And the longer you stay above that, if you can, I think the higher the probability it eventually becomes. You see 572 and then 586 all-time highs again. So this one just required patience. Bearish convergence, no divergence, but you're about to go positive on histogram at least. So what I really like about Nvidia potentially is it's the residual indirect effect it could receive from, I believe it was Goldman Sachs today upgraded AMD to 110 price target. So I think after hours Nvidia did see a little bit of effect. I know AMD did. AMD is up after hours about 1%, pretty much at all-time highs. $110 price target now up there, as it has broken out. I mean, like, let's see, as of today, this is real, okay, this is official. Well, on the 4-hour it is highest level on the 4-hour of all time where traders have settled up. The daily is the same. Daily is the same. Today, AMD closed and traders settled up at the highest point of all time. Not where the price action was, not where you opened, but where traders closed the day, all-time highs. That is wonderful, dude. Wonderful. Nice double bottom. Probably see it 110. Oh, I know $100. We're going to $100. 90% chance AMD is going to $100 soon. Okay, book it. That's a stat. Any asset on the stock market that sees $90, 90% chance it sees $100. Psychological aspect of it. Traders, market participants, just gotta see 100 if it's at 90. Yeah, the weekly and monthly are stupid, right, Gar? Yeah, on some of the, look at Nike, dude. Go to your chart and type in Nike and go to the monthly and tell me what you see. Right? And that's just like one of them. It's crazy, dude. Is someone, you want to look at this, dude? I'll show you. We'll just go together and look at Nike. Here's your monthly on Nike, dude. Wow. Looks like the year 2000, doesn't it? Before the other side. Goodness gracious. I don't know, man. It's whack. Yeah, I think it's bubble stuff. Alright, you can see Nike now. Top left. Can't magnify the ticker on this screen, unfortunately, the way it's set up. Yeah, we're the Nike Moon Boys, right? You get XRP Moon Boys, but you don't get Nike Moon Boys, where there's actual real moon, where, you know, it's just like this. I mean, what can we do here? Probably curved line, the parabolic stuff. I mean, probably what the thing to do here would be to look at it in log scale. Definitely. 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's it. Look how far away you are from that curved line, right? This is like the downside. You could see $96 again, right? Before test that. Jeez. And then high from 101. Okay. Wow, man. Are you serious? How in the world is it already 3 minutes till the new day? Hey, what's up, Carson, man? He says, I'm in the green. Appreciate the tea, brother. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Well, am I.
Weekly downtrend breakout. Ian Des. Trying to find an edge. Thanks, Mitch.
That's right, Adam, man. The real Moon Boys. The legitimate Moon Boys. Oh, man. I'm not sure, man. You're asking about Apex technology. Really? I mean, this is just one where I can clearly out the gate tell you, there's nothing to really do here.
$SDGR, $TGTX Moon Boy. You the man, Mitch.
Thanks again, Adam. And also, Crypto Alex, thank you for the 5. Yeah, we'll look at Emma. We've been looking at it. It's kind of tricky on that one, but we'll look. Look at Apex, man. It's just it's a diamond or something. It's really tough to say. I mean, there's a gap, 10.99. You understand it's like all-time highs, so there's no support, no way to strategically take a long here. You had the run, and now you're, losing all your positive momentum. These are ones that I'm not really looking for. Definitely not looking for. I mean, hey, hidden bullish average could start developing at some point, but I don't know, man. Like, this is it gapped up violently, and God, it got up to $17. Now it's at $14. Very, very. Again, if you watch stream enough, you're a patron, and you're like serious about swing trading, you just look at this and you just keep going. You just move on. You just go to something else, because like it's just no point, in my opinion. Now, someone else can do whatever they want, but I'm just telling you, I'm not really interested. But I could be interested in MO that bearish cipher, textbook bearish cipher, nearing the pretty much at the PCZ. It hit it. The PCZ has been tested, and this is the reversal. Okay, what I don't like, why I don't like MO as a long, is because until it breaks above 5170, you can't even say it's in a bull trend. Like, I know it's up here, it's like above this high from April, but like it's at the pattern completion zone of a bearish cipher in a very well established bear trend. That is what makes me not want anything to do with this long term. But hey, this could be in for a wonderful short. I mean, this thing is at it. This is like Lululemon. Not even kidding here. 786, 1414 fib extension pretty much. At critical ice lines, let me just look left. I mean, right here, there's so much resistance looking left. It's a new day. Bitcoin continued the rally. It was a very, very meh day. Amen. All right. So targets on MO to the downside if it plays out. I mean, you're thinking like 39.50. 38.67, and then that's conservative, and then A down here around the 786. Those are your targets. I mean that's how you would play this. Stop loss probably above 40, 44, 44, something like that. I mean probably above stop loss below that March 5th level. So yeah, this looks ripe for much lower prices. And it's just and the 4 hour says selling signal, right? Classic Class A bearish divergence, adding to that bearish cipher argument. All overbought. Aha, very nice. Okay. Let's go to Bitcoin because it's the local needs or whatever. So I mean, like, did it break out? I don't know, man. Probably not. Did it break the 4 hour? It's not even a large enough pattern on the 4 hour to identify. So maybe it did, dude. I think you're gonna go up, you're gonna go down on the new day, and I think eventually 19,476 just to be tested. I don't know if it's gonna break it or not, but just to be tested probably. Okay. You gotta love that though, man. On MO, a very well established bear trend. You're at the top of a major range, and you're at the PCZ of a textbook bearish cipher pattern with 4 hour bearish divergence on the MACD. I mean, it doesn't really get much better than that. That's despite if it fails or plays out, it doesn't get better than that for the trader to assess their risk. You know exactly where to take those shorts, place the stops, and take profit on the way down. No, we can look at the US dollar, yeah. Okay, so we'll go to the 60-minute again or something. I'll also look at the daily just to see how it closed, since that's what we just got. Yeah, just a green candle. I don't know, man. It's like it closed at its highest level of the new run, right? It closed higher than the previous day before, right? But you'd think that, hey, you could do nothing today. You could sell off some today. And you're still going to be showing hidden bullish divergence. It's all good, man. If the TA is respected within the next couple weeks, next week really, Bitcoin should be at higher prices. Just understand that. It's if the TA is respected, Bitcoin will be at higher prices within the week or two. I mean, before the end of the month, Bitcoin should be at all-time highs probably. I mean, a daily hidden bullish divergence that is so apparent like that, that's when you know. It's like if it plays out, it's going to take the price, the follow through on that divergence that's so large would take us to much higher prices. So high that it would take us higher than we've ever been. Just finishing up this coffee, man. We can go to the 60-minute. How's it look, dudes? Did we break out? Yeah, look. If you look at the 60-minute and you're conservative anchoring, on December 14th, yeah, I guess you broke out. All right, 1, 2, you break, you hooked. Hopefully you can go now. Hidden bullish divergence playing out. But you got to catch those bids, and you're not yet, really. You're just confined. Yeah, the old DXY was getting wrecked earlier. It's come back up though some, right? It did hit its lowest level of the entire bear trend. It started really in March. It did that today. So not really strong. Not showing any edge, not showing any kind of impending price action reversal to the upside on the daily anyway. Could be working on a bearish engulfing too. But yeah, that's telling. I mean, DXY as of today hit its lowest level since April 20th of, well, say April 23rd, 2018. Yep. 20th, 23rd, whatever. Give or take a few days. Multi-year lows on the DXY. I would say that's bad for the US dollar, but that's good for assets that are hedges against inflation. But it's not always about the assets that are good against inflation. Sentiment is everything. Sentiment, I think, is, you know, all right, the sentiment's really good on Bitcoin because of what's happening. Well, what if the sentiment starts going bad? You know, I mean, like, and the US dollar keeps dumping. Bitcoin can go down while the US dollar is going down. So gold can go down when the US dollar is going down. So yeah, this should be good for gold and Bitcoin, but doesn't necessarily mean for sure it's gonna be. Sentiment, man. Hope you're getting your Christmas shopping done. Don't procrastinate. Don't get wrecked. Pain of discipline or pain of disappointment for everything in life. Anytime you're going, you got to do something like, oh man, I got to go do this. You got to always ask questions like, if I do it, I'm going to go through pain. If I don't do it, I'm also going to go through another pain, right? So if you got to go through pain anyway, go through the right pain. Go through the pain of discipline. It's so important. If you keep asking, I mean, like that, like I made it a habit to ask myself those questions when I got to do, like, I got to do laundry. I got to do these things, right? I got to go meet someone. Okay, would you rather deal with it now or deal with it later? But consequences are going to be different. Consequences could be much worse if you deal with it later. So, anyway. Nothing burger on Bitcoin. Did Cardano break out? It did. Wow, Cardano got the break. Supply line break, chat. Let's go. Let's go, Cardano. 16.1 cents, 16.9 cents, 18 cents. Interesting. Yeah, that finally got a breakout. What's up, Unholy? What is it? DK, which is it's like Arthas, dude. What is it? The Knight, the not Dark Knight. What is it? Death Knight. What am I thinking here? God, embarrassing. It's been a long time.
Can you please take a look at American Express on the weekly?
We can. Thank you. It's looking like one of those bearish Gartleys, right? Look at something very similar to this. Too deep, man. Too deep for a Gartley. So no harmonic, really. No valid one so much. 78% retrace, though, which is like exactly where it could reverse anyway. No edge, though. There was no like bearish divergence or anything on the weekly. I mean, the fact is, it's like... you think it would go to test eventually 129.46 to see, regarded as support resistance. But maybe it needs to go to back test 111 first to regard it as support before eventually seeing 129.46. So it looks like it's had a really nice run. It's at very deep retrace levels and could be due for a pullback to back test old resistance as support for the first time to confirm the validity of the breakout we had above it on the gap up.
How's it going,
about 6 weeks ago.
Bonsoir. Could you check out used CAD on the weekly?
What's up, Harrison? Yeah, we'll look at the Canadian dollar. Sure. Or the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. So inverse. But, yeah, man, I mean, like, kind of it's playing out and it's at a deep retrace where you're at a retrace where you could pull back again, test resistance as support before eventually seeing 129.46. I mean, the key levels here is what I'm talking about. You know, Bitcoin 17,730, 19,891, right? Well, for American Express, 111.18 and 129.46. You're in the dead middle, right? If you're in the dead middle for a trader, it's like looking for a long at a strategic area, maybe having an edge on the 4-hour buying signal before it rallies again. So, meh. You asked for the weekly too, so I'm on the weekly. My goodness. Real bad, man. Real bad. Jesus, that's terrible. I mean, it's kind of like the US dollar, isn't it? Like, it was like almost the US dollar itself. Next support, I mean, you're kind of, are you at one? Are you at a support here? August 2016, there are all these mini, you know, lows and highs. I mean, you think this is an area where it could reverse. I mean, just look, 2015. Let's tell you, if it doesn't hold, then you're going to 124.626. What's going on with it? Now, this could be butterfly stuff. Yeah, this could be a bullish butterfly. Wow. Yeah. Bullish butterfly stuff. I mean, you were at the friggin' PCZ right now. No edge though. I mean, the daily, you're not, I mean, I guess you're losing negative momentum, but it's not really, doesn't look like it's seller exhaustion per se. So, I mean, like, you don't want to go any lower than this. If you go any lower than this, it invalidates the pattern. But this is real. This is definitely a real bullish harmonic at the lowest level. It can't go any lower if you want it to be valid. The 1618 is the deepest level of the bullish butterfly. So what does that mean? It just means that if it did reverse, then you're just looking for a 50% retrace, and then it could just go down again, right? So it's very possible. We cool? US dollar, Canadian dollar, bullish butterfly.
Submit. Can you take a quick look at the eye?
Wow, I don't ever look at that one. I do look at the singular, not the doubler. Range bound asset, of course. Kind of like class B hidden bullish divergence. You make a low, the same low, higher levels, negative momentum. It's not your strongest, but it's definitely kind of going on the oscillators. It definitely looks somewhat similar to Bitcoin. Talking somewhat, not completely. Okay, so it's not at a low risk area. I mean, the lowest risk areas for YFII 1402 and 1181. You're not at a strategic long entry right now, even though, yes, really nice daily hidden bullish. It could continue the upside here, but Could maybe argue some classic bullish divergence in the 4-hour. Probably a creek here or something. Yeah, there's you got yourself a little creek. If you ever break it, hey, that's real good. You could see 2570 again. I mean, it definitely looks like on the 4-hour there is some seller exhaustion going on, like a low, a lower low, and then the slightly lowest low, and like lower levels every time. So, I mean, like, not really a strategic area to take along in terms of ice lines. We always like that. That's always what you want. It gives you the lowest risk. It gives you the highest reward opportunity. Like Bitcoin at 17,730, that was strategic. It made sense. Like taking along here is not really strategic because there's no real powerful actual ice line from history that lines up with it, right? It's just kind of like you're just taking along based on divergence, you know? Which can sometimes be successful, I guess. I mean, like, I guess you can plot right here, this little peak from October 30th, but still, you never even tested it. Right, there are lower risk opportunities on YFII, but it doesn't mean it can't rally to the upside here because of all the divergence on the daily and 4-hour. And if you ever jump across the creek here, I mean, that's anything above like 1940, that's where you could have another run to 2570 to test the top of the range, okay? Higher lows for now. It's not terrible, but it's also not exactly what we want, right? You know exactly what we want. Bisco, nah, I'm just telling you like what in bear trends, what bullish patterns do. They'll run up, they'll retrace 38, 50%, and they'll dump again, right? So, no, I was just kind of like what would come from this if it reversed, right? Just a scrub retrace on low volume, and then high volume would come in on more selling because the trend is very well established as bearish on the US dollar, the Canadian dollar. Bitcoin's rolling. We might be looking at the wrong chart. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not getting cocky with it. It has respect to the TA. And if it continues, listen to me. Bitcoin respected the TA this weekend. And if it continues to respect the TA on a more significant time scale than the time scale it respected the TA on, it's going to see all-time highs before the month's over. I mean, like, put that down. I'm not calling it. I'm just telling you what happens if the TA is respected. That's it. We will see all-time highs. If the TA is disrespected, then we don't see all-time highs before Christmas. Or before at least the 31st, okay, the end of the month. So imagine like Bitcoin's 4-hour playing out brilliantly, but the daily not. What kind of world we living in, man? Nike swishing, yup. Thank you for the over 1,000 people tuned in. Hey, if you're enjoying the live stream at all, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Kind of been slacking on that. I don't know if it's because of hype or what. But yeah, we've been struggling on the likes. But oh yeah, we had like 4 new patrons join in the past 24 hours. So really appreciate it. It's sitting now at 622. So big shout out to those 4 who have joined in the last 24 hours. We'll do a Jesus Chimes for you. Talking about Nikita, Clifton, Brian, 4X, 3L. Thank y'all so much all for joining the Patreon, supporting it. Supporting this community, that's what it's about. Kangs, dude. Bruh. 4 bruhs for each and every one of you, okay? Thank y'all. If you're watching and you're not part of the Discord yet, you need to, you got to, all right? No, this is not all-time highs on patrons, actually, Stu. Not quite, man. Got a ways to go on that one. You can even believe it, right? Dang, man. Dude, Patreon chat today was so lit and civil at the same time. So we're back 19.3 plus. You gotta wonder, is today the day? Is this the new day that will usher in the 19,476 tests? Or just remember this. Remember this number. Remember 19,378, unless I'm mistaken. That's on the weekly the highest level where traders have ever settled up. So we're knocking on that. And that's, I mean, if you don't think that's in bullish territory, I don't know what to tell you, man. Right? This is not what like if you're in a bull trend like this is not what bearish assets do. Bearish assets don't respect the TA. Okay. One would think that the divergence happening at a critical ice line from history in an uptrend, that in 2 days on the weekend, from its lowest point to its highest point, would increase 10.5% in value. That doesn't happen in bear trends. That just doesn't happen in bear trends. So you definitely had 4-hour bullish divergence outperform. Undeniably outperformed. So bullish indicators and bullish, it's almost like a reconfirmation that the trend is still extremely bullish. It's almost like, hey, all these naysayers, we're going to 15K, dude. We're going to 13K, right? Those people, there were many, and even me, like until I saw the variables, I'm like, oh, hey, wait a second. Sellers are exhausted at this level. Until you get the new data, yeah, I get it, right? People will be saying that, but once that new data developed, my entire tune changed, and that's the way it is, right? It's just about the data that's in front of you, and just a few days, things can change. Like we bounced off of it and it's like, oh man, it's so weak here. But then you get the bullish engulfing candle with the divergence. That's the buying signal right there. So we'll see. So I think Bitcoin's in a Wyckoff. It could be. It could very well be in a Wyckoff pattern. Remember that the trade setup from May, very, very similar to this. Posted this yesterday for people to see. What's going on here?
MRO weekly, please.
Dude, what is
Double
going on?
bottom, dragon, forming bear spat.
MRO on the weekly. We already looked at MRO, dude. Thanks for the 5. It's super bearish looking.
Could you show the 30s chart on BTC? By the way, wondering if harmonics are valid on any time scale.
I mean, I guess, but not for me, no. Like, if I don't see a harmonic on the 4-hour or the 60-minute, no. I mean, like, I mean, I don't want to look at the 30-second chart, but I can do it for a joke, I guess. But real quick, you know, to keep this, you know, education going, man, whatever, just so you can see it. It's so crazy, right? All right. Let's look back, man. A lot of you weren't a part of this community back then, but hopefully you'll be around for next May, right? You found me. That's the hardest part, right? Is finding me. But May 26th, man, this was a beautiful official trade setup. Bitcoin for patrons, right? You had a nice run up. You dumped. You rallied. Made lower highs. And then you started some downsloping price contraction nearing the bottom of a range, and that 8500 is just the way I have plotted 17730. It was a critical ice line from history, not these. That's what's beautiful about it. And so yeah, it was perfect. It was the same variables, right? 200 moving average, bullish divergence on the oscillators, perfect, right? All the targets hit very fast. This was near episode 1000. I remember this had played out, hit the first, second target, and we were in the spaceship. So you look at that structure we got here, right? The structure. And then you look at the most recent trade setup. It's almost identical, man. The difference, the distinct difference between May and now is you made a higher high than your previous high. To me, that seems more bullish. Making a higher high, selling off, and then confirming a higher low after making a higher high. Party's still going, man. So the divergence, the 200 moving average, what's deja effing vu? 2 targets officially hit. Working on the third, man. Third target is 19,855, and your fourth target's 20,500. But if we're at 20,500, I'm thinking we're going much, much higher. Okay? Beautiful. MRO weekly. I mean, we can go back if you want. Bearish and golden candle in the midst happening. What's going on here? It looks like bug. I think it broke or something when I went in log scale. That's what happens sometimes. Bear trend, you broke out, but you're not making higher highs, not even close. So no edge really on the weekly that you requested. Yeah, it looks like a major potential double bottom. But what if it sells off first before it goes higher? Right, I mean, I get the weekly. Yeah, I mean, weekly, but you have not confirmed the trend is reversed. It's still a bearish trend, and you go the daily to look. What is? Hold on, man. Is this the right chart or something? Am I crazy here? What the? Oh, this is the one that had that old harmonic before. Okay, gotcha. So what was I just looking at? Altria? That's MO, and I'm thinking MRO. Okay. Yeah, this one was like an old trade setup that like got stopped out just before it crashed or something. So we haven't looked at this one today. Still looks like it had a nice run, and look what's going to happen here. This is all you need to know about MRO. If MRO can hold above 650 long enough, you got a real chance here, man. You don't want anything to do with MRO below 650. Nope. That's it, dude. That's big time. That's all you need to know on this one. So great run up with many other energy assets. That's it. You're still in a downtrend. But it's nice to see maybe some accumulation. But in downtrends, you oftentimes get accumulation. Oh, accumulation. Some accumulation here, right? You run up and then you dump. But if it stays above this long enough, I think you could run up to 1065. So hold 650 long enough, the probability increases you eventually see 1065. If you break 650, there's a possibility you could be coming down to 315 again. That's all you can talk about with MRO. All right. Yeah, it was like the bearish bat right here. Oh my god, dude. It was so disgusting. Yeah, 88. Look at that. It was more like the cipher, wasn't it? Because of the 618, 786, 886. Deep retrace, and then it crashed. Nasty. That was what I remember about this the most. So this is all about the ifs now. It had a really good run, so it's probably time to pull back maybe. Oh, he wants to see the 30-second chart, chat. I don't even know if I've ever done this. Here we go. Here's your 30-second chart, dude. 30-second chart. We're just going to look at it. Okay? Oh my god, there's only 25 seconds left until your 30-second candle closes, chat. Whoa. We get Jesus chimes. You're local on the 8s every second. Awesome. Give it a few more. We'll give it 30 more seconds. Okay, 30 more seconds, and then we'll go back to the 4 hour. Analysis on the 30-second chart. X, A, B, C, D, man. Oh God, you're getting near the PCZ. It's time to crash on the 30-second. That means it doesn't. Nothing means anything because it sells off and then it runs again in like 2 minutes. It's just so insignificant. It doesn't mean anything. Okay. But we're just here another. Okay, we did it. We made it. 30 more seconds. We did it. So that's it, dude. There's no point in doing TA on that. 4 hour though. Alright, so, okay. I just find it fascinating. May to now, they're almost identical. Very, very insignificant differences. Just the higher high instead of the lower high. No Jesus Champ? No, we played it once. That's it. We're at 19,320. Technically just hit the highest high of the new day. Not sure anyone was aware of that. Yeah, by the time you chart, it's already over. Yeah, pretty much. Bueller. Real quick, let's look at Link. You know, this is a trade setup that's pretty much hit at first target, but it's not quite gone all the way. I think it's gonna do well if Bitcoin does well, but it's got to break 1330. That's why that was the first target of the trade setup. Because it's a potential major reversal area. But if you reverse and you pivot and make a higher low, you go again, you break 1330, I think you'll have a really, really nice run up to probably $15 on Link. This is a beautiful textbook bat at a pretty critical support. You know, it's very new, 1122, but it had all the makings of a varsity athlete, right? I mean, at the PCZ, you were showing bullish divergence on the oscillators. That's what you want, man. Add a support. I mean, that's what dreams are made of. It's very, very similar to Binance coin. So look, man, all you got to know about Link is if you break 1330, you're going to $15 most likely. Could go higher than that. 1330. It's really 1333, whatever, if you're being technical. Okay, BNB, identical, but outperforming Link. Doing much, much better than Link. And it's up 0.35% on the new day, but killing it. BNB is killing it off this bullish reversal pattern that had the same variables as Link, but better. It was better. Why? You look left. That ice line was so important, man. If you broke that, you were so screwed. You broke it, but it wasn't about the breakout itself. It was about the bullish engulfing candle. After breaking out, they got us back above it. You even look at the luxury or the, I don't know, look at the courtesy that Binance gave after it engulfed it, back tested the old support, asked support again for like 8 hours, and then it started going. Look at it now. It's gorgeous, man. This is exactly what you're looking for.
How accurate are harmonic patterns?
See, there are people that say some harmonics are like 70% accuracy or whatever, but the problem with that, man, I think is I don't think any of the research done have what I look for, right? Like, I bet you money, you can almost guarantee that a harmonic on a significant time scale with all the variables I look for that I try to teach, at critical supports or resistances if it's bearish, I guarantee you the probability would be much higher if you had far more variables than just the harmonic itself. And that's kind of what I try to teach here. Is never about the one variable. It is about the many. It is about the strongest argument possible with all the indicators that I use or that you use, right? If you apply my teachings to your own charting. So they're pretty much the most reliable patterns that exist in all markets. But I think the research excludes what makes the system that we've got here
Mr.
so
PC
good,
Martin,
right?
can we glance at HRB?
Sure, we'll look at it. Oh, disgusting. Oh my God. Looking at Bitcoin, 19,349, highest high of the new day. Could be onto something, Bitcoin. I mean, it's like kind of pathetic, right? Where you, like X, A, B, C, D. Is that a that's deep, too deep, man. It's not a, could be a Gartley, but it went to the 886. So, and now it's like one top, a second top, really weak here. I mean, you're gonna go eventually and test a high from 1999 at like 1490, and if you don't hold that, then you're probably going right back down to 1250 again. All kinds of peaks here. So a lot of support down here, tons of support. So could be back, going back to the chop zone. I think it's just going to run down to test 1490. That's probably the target, and maybe you make consecutive higher lows, and it's almost like an ascending triangle of some sort. I think it's just like a bunch of consolidation going on right now that is somewhat neutral. Very bearish trend. It's a multi-year downtrend, only a 5-year downtrend. Not good, man. Look at that. Just that price contraction after dumping. Make a higher low, and things could go well for you. Yeah, I don't really see anything that's that great. Nothing really sticks out besides value. Like from this low to high, you're like you get a 95% retrace. So hold 1490, and it could bounce, and you could get some really nice bids and run all the way back up to $19. Meh. Look at BNB. Very nice. Continue to run, my friends. That's what we're talking about. Bitcoin's at 19,356, again at its highest high of the day. I believe it's at the highest high even of yesterday. Continuing to climb. Asia is awake. It is early in the morning there. It looks like they're trading. Eventually think 19,476. At least to test. Now, you don't even want to know if this is a real bull pull flag breakout and it actually respects a TA in terms of 100% measured move. I mean, for real, dude. Like, you're talking about a measured move, 100% measured move, dude. On a break, if it's real, that puts you at $21,000 almost. If this actually played out, so we'll see. 21K, man. Fourth target trade setup, sure. I don't know. Bitwise, that was like Bitwave. Oh, IPO? No, never mind.
Mitch, what's your thoughts on Bitcoin?
Still no. The 10 Crypto Index Fund. Been around since October 15th. I'm kind of confused here. I don't know. I don't really know much of anything about this. A Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund, chat. It looks like it's doing well since October 15th. It's doing things. There's nothing really to analyze here. It's an analyst, right? It's like, what? It did its highest level today. Could keep climbing. Probably Bitcoin and crypto keeps going up. It'll probably keep going up. I'm guessing, assuming, now at risk of sounding arrogant, the Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund, if Bitcoin and crypto rallied, it would follow. That's very arrogant of me to say, but taking a chance on that, all right? Thank you. But again, like, really, if you're showing me, you ask for a chart like this, we can make jokes and stuff, but if there's no data to be analyzed, you know, I'm kind of like handcuffed here, right? 250% premium on that? Oh God, then yeah. At least with GBTC, it's only like a 30%, 24% premium. That's crazy if that's true. If that's not fake news, 258% premium. Yeah. What GDLC is the other one? I mean, if you want 1 second chart, you have to contribute to the stream for us to go into insanity world. Sorry, it's like an S coin. You want to look at trash timescales? It's gonna cost you. GDLC is Litecoin, Bitcoin, Cash, Ripple. You mean XRP? You can't literally invest in Ripple. You can own XRP, the utility token of Ripple. But at some point soon, you'll be able to own Ripple, invest in it, and that's when it IPOs, which sometime 2021. What's up, Daniel? Z brought it. It is a big pronoun. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Net asset value of BitW is $18. Wow, that's awful. What? Yeah, you're paying $59.80 for something that's worth $18. Monk ass.
2.5% Lola was asking your thoughts on the idea, not a TA.
Oh well, if it's true and the premium's like that. No. All right, 250% premium. No, thank you. They're better tools. Might as well just take your chances on Coinbase Pro or buy GBDC or something, or the other one. Not financial advice, of course. Never is financial advice. On the new day, XRP is up 1%. If you can believe it. At the PCZ, man, this is it. Like, you were in the danger zone. You were in the zone where dreams are made or dreams are shattered. I'm telling you, this is it. This is the zone, dude. You either become a king or you become a freaking nasty peasant again at this level. This is it, man. This is it. If Bitcoin rallies, you think XRP could catch bids, but it's different. It's unfortunately decoupled from the rest of the collective market. It's so weird. So it makes it like almost higher risk inherently because of that snapshot stuff with Flare. Oh. Got me on that. We're in the zone, man. Can't spell scrub without XRP. Yes, you can. There's no X in scrub, so you gotta be clever with those, right? If you're gonna, you know. So just real quick, hey, we're going over to gold. I love gold. Do you, man? Didn't do very well today. It's still making lower highs than previous highs. You'd think, hopefully, right? We were talking about this yesterday. It's either going straight up to 1900 or it's going to come down, bleed out to 1800 to back test it as support. And you're just praying that it would hold. So then it's like a spring and a back test of a spring. That could be a strategic entry for a long, possibly, depending on the way the variables look or something. What are you talking about? Look, man, this. So we sprung back above it, and so let's get ourselves a nice little back test, and maybe that's where a nice bounce could go for us to test 1900, 1920. So kind of a no trading zone on gold for now. If you're talking about an actual, real strategic trade, it's kind of a no trade right now on gold. Because it's very difficult at the level it's at. It's very difficult to size up your risk, right? I mean, entering now, it's like, oh, we'd have to have a stop loss below 1786. No way, because then it's like it's not even close to equitable up there, right? So we always want to wait for longs, for ice lines, for springs and back tests of springs. We're working on back testing the spring. And if it never back tests the spring, whatever, man, we move on. We're looking for something that is. Right? We have to be willing to walk away. Is that XLM? XLM looks phenomenal, if that's the case. Yeah, XLM looks phenomenal. It looks like it's about to moon, chat. Like, for real. It already broke out and even back tested the breakout as support engulfed and making higher lows, another engulfing. Yeah, once this 17.8 cent area gets broken, XLM's going up to probably 20 cents. Yeah, man, this thing's looking very good. I love this test, the higher lows now, and the sell wall, right? So there's accumulation going on with the sell wall. That is like just textbook ascending triangle behavior, and I'm just telling you, like measuring, you can go from the wick or whatever. This would be the measurement of the move if or when it breaks out. Yeah, 786. You're talking, we're 21 cents. That's where XLM's headed if it breaks. This right here breaks 17.8 cents, it's going to 21 cents. You could almost book it on this one, all right? That's XLM. It will require Bitcoin to not crash, just like all of them. You know that at this point. You should. If you don't, you're being told now. And if you don't know after I've told you, then shame on you. The official all-time high on Bitcoin? What do you mean, 19,891? Tia with Mitch Ray, all-time high. I don't understand what that means. So still looking okay. 19,373 on Bitcoin on the new day. All-time high for stream? I'm not even sure. Can someone help me? That's a good question. What is considered all-time high? Like, what was the highest price Bitcoin ever was at when I was live? I don't even know. Can't even remember. Oh, you mean I was not here for the scam wick. I was not here for that scam wick that got us over all-time highs by like a couple dollars. Yeah, be able to look over XLM for real. Yeah, some of these altcoins looking, S coins looking juicy again. I mean, they had been though. But man, Bitcoin looked insanely incentivizing. I was so enticed. It's just you don't get an opportunity like this very often on Bitcoin. So when you do get it, you gotta mention it. You gotta bring it up. You gotta take a shot. Right? We had not seen clear, concise, Class A bullish divergence on the 4-hour RSI since September, man. It had been so freaking long. And what happened when we showed bullish divergence? In September, you reverse to the upside, you dump, make a higher low, and then square. So bullish divergence gave us a higher low than previous low, and then square, and then to PayPal, man. Wow. So it wasn't even square that kicked it off, right? It was the divergence on the RSI. Interesting. $19.7 was the highest price I was at. So was it this wick or something? Maybe was I here for this? I know I was probably here for this one. 19.775 or something. I can't remember. So we've been live now 1 hour and what? Somehow I've been live for an hour 46 minutes. Sure, dude. Sure, I've been live that long. Thanks for the 1,070 people here. I just like, time is so crazy, man. Like, as a streamer. And it's like, hey, man, do I want to kill some time? Just go live. Just go live and time will just literally disappear. And it never ceases to amaze me. I feel like I just started almost. Anyway. And maybe it's just because you get comfortable doing it for so long or something. I don't know what it is. I do have to run to the bathroom real quick, so I'm gonna do that, and maybe we'll keep the stream going for a little bit longer, just because maybe there's some price action, but it could just end up, you know, this right here, such a small pattern. It could end up just turning into something else, right? Where, say it pivots and makes it, and it dumps here, and we sell off, right? Then all of a sudden you have to adjust. Oh, then it's something else. It's like it becomes like a more, you know, developed flag or something, right? So don't think that it's, oh, it certainly broke out. It's going, man. Hasn't gone yet, right? That's what happens. Any pattern that's so small like this with very little candles, very few candles, you know, can be suspect. Yeah, I'll be right back. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. I mean, come on, dude. We could have 700 likes by the time I get back. Just go in the bathroom, man. 700 likes. See if it can happen. I believe in y'all. Wow, sorry. Yeah, I was in the bathroom and the music stopped. I'm like, what the? The set ended, so. Okay.
Aren't we in the middle of a head and shoulders? Where you have your Gartley is where the head would be, and we're currently forming the right shoulder.
It's kind of reaching, don't you think? You're saying head or left shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's, I mean, I don't think so. But how is that a neckline, dude? How is it? The neckline normally should be almost very similar. You can have upsloping necklines, but here's your neckline. Your neckline is just a demand line. Yeah, we knew like if you break that, you could be in a lot of trouble. But just below it was the horizontal line support resistance. I don't think it's a head and shoulders at all. But hey man, I don't think you were near deep enough on the selling. I don't think the head is very discernible. That's just my opinion. And how in the world can you think we're in a head and shoulders pattern when we're showing hidden daily bullish divergence? Like if it is a head and shoulders, it's almost suicidal. Like financially, like going short on an asset in a major uptrend that's showing hidden bullish divergence in the daily. Like, so not me, I don't think so. But yeah, maybe some people are thinking it's a head and shoulders. Potentially, it's certainly a potential if it breaks the demand line for PayPal, the PayPal news-driven catalyst demand line. I don't think so. But hey man, everyone's got their own thoughts and opinions and stuff. That's just mine, so. Oh, hey, did we get 1,000 or 700 likes? We did, man. Thank you for the 742 likes. Y'all amazing, all right? Thanks so much. Like, I mean, in before head and shoulder, potential head and shoulders is nothing. It was, we're going to 13K. Like everyone's saying, we're going to 13K. It's over for Bitcoin. It's done. So it's over here for Bitcoin. It's over here for Bitcoin. And it's just like it's over here for Bitcoin. It's over here for Bitcoin, right? I mean, yeah, there are always gonna be people that say it's over for Bitcoin. Not in my. I mean, I don't think so. I think Bitcoin looked good here, and the performance that we received based on the technical analysis leads you to believe you're outperforming, and outperforming assets in uptrends. That confirms, that reconfirms that the sentiment is still very, very bullish here. Wow, that's loud. I mean, I kind of did that on somewhere. Was it Twitter or something? Are there people? Is that what people on YouTube are saying? I'm on YouTube, so I don't watch it. So other people, look, man, I got my own system, my own way of looking at the charts. I don't get other people's like opinions on what the chart's doing, because once you learn the charts, it's just data, it's just candles, and so you get enough experience doing it. It's like I'm in no need to gain guidance from anyone else on charting. So. And the fact that the sentiment is still very bullish. We're talking about like institutions still coming into this space. MicroStrategy's bought Bitcoin pretty much where it is right now, $50 million. Literally, we're like about to be back at it, 19,427. Right back at it, man. Hello? We're now at $19,399. $19,400, chat? What? You kidding me, dude? I mean, it's every pullback. People are saying it's over for Bitcoin. And without data, without an edge, I don't know. But when an edge shows up, I'm gonna tell you about it. Gonna turn into a marathon stream. Yeah, I don't know. We're 5 minutes from the 2 hour mark, so we would have to double the amount of time for a marathon. Don't know about that, man. FOMO Moon Boys are gone. Yeah, dude. Like very, very little hype this weekend. off the move up. The 10% move up in 2 days. You gotta love it, man. Where's the market cap for Bitcoin? Ticker BTC. Oh, there it is. Jake, we already looked at XRP today, so we looked at it immensely today. I put in a decent amount of work to make sure you had clarity of what's going on with that asset. So thanks for the 2. So you can just rewind, is what I'm saying. Here's your Bitcoin market cap. I mean, it's identical to Bitcoin's price, where it's hidden bullish divergence on the oscillators. Pending price action continuation, the upside, not head and shoulders screwed, right? Inverse of head and shoulders. Oh God, man. Not looking good. Crow's not looking good. Yeah, Crow's trash, dude.
Mitch,
fell below that
can
support.
we have a look at CRO, please? Not looking good to me, but want to hear your opinion.
Thank you. I can't say your name because last time it triggered, because I know you tipped before, and when last time I said your name, it triggered the you know what. So yeah, we'll try to look at it. Back to the Bitcoin market cap of Bitcoin, 359 billion. Okay, all-time highs. You broke the all-time highs. You dumped it, you broke it again, then you back tested it. When it was once resistance, it then became support, and that's the most recent major event that has occurred on this chart. Do you hear me? Bitcoin's market cap broke and back tested an old resistance as support, gave confirmation to market participants that that is real, that the breakout is real for Bitcoin's market cap. And that happened on the date of December 11th, which was like Friday. Unbelievable, right? Let's see, what was that? You wanted to see Crow or something? Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. So bad.
What do you think of Kusama?
I've never heard that in my life, so it's probably terrible, right? I mean, is it a crypto and I've never heard of it? It's probably new and could be a scam. So I don't know, man. I mean, hey, there's divergence on the RSI on the daily, but it's like below the critical ice line. There's like straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. You know, now you're below it, so you confirmed it. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to touch it. I'm not going to ever touch Crow to the US dollar or Tether, especially below 7 pennies. Maybe above 77 pennies, it could go higher, but it's danger until then. And yeah, it does look like it like sold off. It rallied and sold off again, and you got higher levels of relative strength to where it could reverse here. But there's just so many other assets that exist out there. So why settle for Crow? Like, why do you care about this asset? Like, what is it that you actually makes you give a living crap about it? That to a point where you tip me to look at it. That's what I want to know. What is it? Do you have money in this or something? I mean, I look at it and I'm like, this just is a wet fart, man. I don't know. Yeah, it could rally, man. It could rally here to see 7 cents again. But then there's like all these other assets in the same market that actually look like reasonable, low risk, hard opportunity areas to enter a trade, like a long, right? But this one's not. It's just kind of like random, like, You want to get out of it. Why are you in it to begin with? That's the question. Oh, Kasuma's actually an awesome coin, LOL. Yeah, it's a $10 minimum for trash I've never heard of before. Sorry. And before triggered. Yeah, decentralized tuna creations. Nice. But either way, whatever Bitcoin does in the daily, funding profit is secured, right? Two of the four profit-taking levels of the trade setup have been achieved. You can't take that away from us, no matter what happens here.
In terms of BTC, the higher low butting up against sell law. How many times until it breaks? Can we look at NLS? Nice divergence.
Yeah. It's alright. Thank you. The threes. Weekly is kind of scary. And I don't know, man. This thing just had a really nice run. Like a really, really nice run. And now it's correcting. I mean, the weekly doesn't look that special, right? Oh, coupled handle, man. Biggest coupled handle on the planet. I mean, it's just tough, man. Like, an asset that's done this, like, it, what is it? An asset that appreciated 2,700%. And it had its buying climax. 2,700% in 245 days. It's now beginning a correction, maybe. I don't know, man. Like, again, right? Whenever you say that, it's just really tough to justify value, right? And value is just one of the traits we're looking for when we're trying to add a bunch together. I mean, it's just holding this little ice line from 2001. I don't know, man. Yeah, you're looking at the daily, though. That's what you like. I mean, yeah, there's bullish divergence on the daily as of today. What happens tomorrow if we dump and we start breaking 1692 and the negative Momo starts building again? You don't have any help on the RSI. You're not oversold. And there's plenty of room to become oversold. You're technically in bearish territory on the daily RSI at 40, right?
Quick look at some. Is this a big double bottom, or what does this bottom look like to you? Thanks again.
ExxonMobil looked like a harmonic to me. That was back test. It was wonderful. ExxonMobil. 88. It was 786 or an 886. Ended up being the 886. Okay. It was tough to discern because it was kind of that midpoint between the 50 and the 618, which that's very important because that tells you whether it's the 786 or the 886. Ended up being the 886 in the end. You had all this divergence too. In the end, the RSI, my God, the RSI got real strong on divergence. You can see that before it blasted off. But it's not just the harmonic, right? It's the ice line, 3357. All the way back to 1997. That's why it was plotted there. So between $30 and $33 was that critical zone. And seller exhaustion at that zone. Nice blast off. Yep, the whole sector got wrecked today. Down 3.61%. Bearish engulfing candle. Pretty much bearish Marabazoo engulfing candle. And yeah, you could be due for a pullback, a retrace. I mean, it almost hit C. So there's a double bottom. Not really sure how far this can take you. You know, it's in a mega downtrend. And you don't know if like you gotta go the weekly maybe to see a discernible swing up. Dude, you don't even know, like, is the trend reversing? You probably won't know the trend reversing until, like, you break $55 and hold above it long enough and start rallying again. Even then, man, before, like, that one, the next one's, like, $70, $84. There's so many peaks here. It's not easy to, I mean, I would think the trend's reversing the upside when you break 55, you hold above it long enough and you start going again. So, nice reversal though. Somehow found a bottom, right? That's what you're looking for, man. Congestion areas with seller exhaustion, right? This was definitely there too, a low, the same low, much lower levels of negative momentum, higher levels of relative strength. That's textbook class A bullish divergence, or sorry, that's textbook class B bullish divergence on the weekly. That was there, and it was there on the daily. So you'd think with this much divergence, this could go much higher in time if you're patient. Okay. Or eventually you would see $55. So what are we gonna do, man? 19,370. Screwing around. So weird. Did my stream cut out a few moments ago or something? Maybe not. I don't know. I think it's showing it did. So Jay, Nathan there.
Excellent, man, thanks.
Thank you. All right, man. I think I'm gonna get out of here. Good stream. Poll results. Not enough people even voted for me even to show it. It's awful.
Martin Misagi super chatted $49.99. Doing my deed for the week. Sorry I left Patreon. I'll be back next month with the annual membership.
Dang, Mart, man.
Bruh.
Bold words. Dude, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Thanks for supporting the stream. Thanks for the consideration for annual Patreon membership. I think you'd be the 11th person to join annually, which is huge. We've only had that amenity available for a couple months now, so thank you, man. Looking forward to it. The great news about annual membership, you can join literally any time of the month, and it doesn't matter. It's not like you have to join on the 1st, not with annual. So, thank you, dude. So yeah, that poll that no one voted on. Sometimes I'm like, why even do them? Why will I do these? Will Bitcoin hidden bullish divergence play out on the daily? There's the straw poll again if you want to vote on it. Bueller? Oh, sorry. So yes. Most people think yes. What do I if I do something, man? Crazy, man. GBDC's up 8% today. Love it, man. Monero is up at 1.82% on the new day. Remember this 100% measure made 176. Remember the confirmed partial decline. Once it became confirmed, there was a 70% chance of a breakout. That 70% chance turned into 100 real fast when it did break out. Wonderful. Okay, man. Pray for Bitcoin. Maybe it's breaking out of the bull flag. Remember the A lot of the trade setups already complete. So whatever happens, the profit has been secured. Remember, this is stuff you can get in the Patreon. You know, 622 members strong. If you want to learn how to do this, if you want to learn how to swing trade the way I swing trade, then join the Patreon's the best way to support the community, right? I mean, this was Friday. Everyone's like, oh, it's going to 0. It's going to 13K. It's going to this and that. Oh, we're screwed, man. It's over. It's like, wait, seller's exhausted. Nice line. Wait a sec. No. Gone. 10% plus in 2 days. And it may not even be over, right? Only half the trade's done. So either way, man, that's why, like, it's good layering. All right. Thanks everyone for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Let's be back sometime later. Until next time, respect the TA.
Bruh.
I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Adios, turd nuggets.